This is Newcap News with Lauren Poland.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. Moses, it is do or die tonight for
crunch
the Bobcats.
time.
Oh boy, like we were just talking about this. Do they need some Purina Chow? Would they need some catnip? What's going on?
Who knows?
No, the Cats have been really struggling the first two games. Actually, you know what? They didn't play as bad in game two. There's a few breaks that didn't go their way, but game three, they played well in Drayton Valley. We'll have a bit of a preview coming up in sports.
Let's hope they pull it out.
Oh,
For sure.
And Gerard, not too bad. Another chilly day, but no snow.
No snow, but in the next 24, that may change out as we were observing from yesterday, really. But yeah, no snow. We've got a slight easterly wind in the moment across the region. And what we are looking at, let's have a look at it here. Wind chill value reading at -10 with the wind out of the east at about 13. 63% is that humidity. And today's high temperature of -4 as we compare across the region. Got to a high of -5 in Cold Lake and area, so still there. And -2 in the Battlefords. Clearing off nicely, but expecting some clouds to build up in the next 24 hours. Details coming up a little later in the cast.
Saskatchewan hospitals are facing a drug shortage across the province. This after a major Quebec manufacturer, Sandoz Canada, announced it's reducing production over operational issues. The affected drugs include anesthesia, antibiotics, pain management, and anti-nausea medications, mostly in injection form. The ministry doesn't know how much the shortage will affect the province, but is trying to limit its impact on patients.
Pharmacists and region staff and the agency staff are looking at stock levels on a daily basis. They're looking to find alternative suppliers for some of the products, and also in some situations to work with physicians and prescribers on using other clinical alternatives.
Now, this problem isn't solely affecting the prairies. Sandoz Canada supplies roughly 50% of small injectables across the country. The supplier is hoping to address its operational issues within the next few months to increase its production again. The Prairie North Health Region is meeting tomorrow and will be discussing how the shortage affects our area. Housing continues to be a huge concern for Lloydminster's growing population. In response, City Council has approved new developments in the border city, with some setting stiff prices. Elise Cox has more on the city's attempt to alleviate the housing shortage.
The proposed price tag of around $80,000 each for the new Parkview family lots were approved, and may be what some consider pricey, but the city stands by their decision.
When you compare them to what the market is and actually what other major centers are, if you look at anywhere around the capital region or city of Saskatoon, our lots are very reasonable.
As for rental properties, the city is tackling the affordable housing problem in Lloydminster.
We're doing some work with a couple of developers you saw today, a couple of developments that are both attainable housing. You know, one is a condo-owned project, one's a rental.
Council approved a new condominium subdivision to be built at 48th Avenue and 16th Street, and 2 4-story apartments located behind Walmart. The city is looking to increase the amount being constructed to keep up with our rapid growth.
So there was a Seymour Pacific site that happened a few months back, and that was approximately about 60 units. And this apartment site will be about approximately 140 units. So apartment-wise, that's fantastic news for the city to get that many apartments going.
Between the condominiums and apartment buildings, the city has over 350 new units. And in terms of future developments toward creating more rental properties,
We've got to come together, I think, with community leaders, developers, social agencies, plus the governments of Alberta and Saskatchewan, and continue to work real hard on this. It's become the #1 priority, really. If you're going to grow your city, you've got to grow the attainable housing sector.
Construction dates are in their planning stages. Elise Cox, Newcap News.
Meantime, the city is set to start construction on a new infrastructure services operations center, with work beginning sometime next month. Last night's open house gave the public an opportunity to see the plans. Kelsey Bloxham explains.
When the Operations Center was announced by City Council, the $40 million price tag received mixed reviews, and now that plans are in place, residents were invited to see firsthand what the money is going towards.
Well, I think it's very important. It's their asset. It'll be around for the next 50 years. It's located on 52nd Street and 62nd Avenue. It's going to be the new center of the city as the city continues to grow.
While the night attracted mainly city workers, Holmes says the feedback they have gotten already has served them well.
We've taken a very, I think, a proactive approach. We've engaged them right from the beginning. So we interviewed over 70 employees about the processes and what they would like to see in a new building. I think a lot of it is a positive. A lot of it is just technical questions about, the type of construction.
People around town seem to agree with Holmes, though the views still vary.
Oh, it's expensive, but that's the price of building these days, I suppose.
I read the articles in the paper, and I think that it's probably overdue. If you've ever looked at those buildings from the road, you know that they're kind of old, and it's good to be up to date.
It's a large project for a city of this size, and compared to the amount of study we put into building the multiplex, it seems that there is less study put into this.
But the other one just doesn't look like it's going to hold enough people. It's pretty crowded when you go in there.
The new building will house city public works, fleet and maintenance, engineering, operations, and other city services. Kelsey Bloxham, New Cap News.
The sports gambling site Bodog is no more, and 4 Canadians have been indicted on illegal gambling charges. The site was shut down yesterday. 50-year-old Calvin Eyre, who is originally from Lashburn, is one of the 4 charged. All face up to 5 years in prison for conducting illegal gambling and for 2 decades of money laundering. A spokeswoman says the 4 are not in custody. The indictments follow federal prosecutions last year of 3 of the biggest websites involved in online poker. Well, Business Education Month kicks off tomorrow, and the Chamber of Commerce, along with 5 other partners, are leading the initiative.
The 6 partners of Business Education Month identified about 12 years ago that we wanted to work together to bring Business Education Month to Lloydminster, where we can provide workshops that are relevant to businesses.
Businesses face a unique situation being a border city. That's a topic up for discussion in early March.
We'll be doing a labor standards workshop for both Alberta and Saskatchewan, and it's just a time where people can check out if there's any labor laws that have changed, or just to update, or if they don't know what the labor laws are, learn what they are.
With the overwhelming amount of jobs in Lloydminster, retaining employees is also an area of concern. The month-long initiative provides workshops to help aid employers with ongoing difficulties.
Issues that they have is, first of all, attracting employees and then retaining them. I think that if you can train your employees well and offer them some of those kinds of extra things like training, you have a better chance of retaining them.
Sessions start up tomorrow with the kickoff breakfast underway at 7:30. Coming up, a new way to combat cancer. The University of Alberta is conducting research, hoping to find some answers. Find out how after the break.